So I was scrolling the other day and I stumbled upon this wild case study. Someone claimed they made $20,000 in 1 month with a single automated AI funnel. And my first thought was, yeah, right. Is that even possible? So today we're going to pull that claim apart. We're going to see exactly what makes a system like this tick. Let's dive in. $20,000 in 30 days. That's the kind of number that makes you stop and pay attention, right? But here's the thing. It's not just some clickbait number. It's a real result from a real strategy. And in this breakdown, we're not just going to talk about it. We are going to unpack the exact step-by-step process that actually made it happen. You know, the original source really nailed it with this quote. Imagine generating 20K in 30 days. Sounds unreal? It happened. That line gets right to the point. It feels like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's just a really smart, well-designed system. And right now, we're going to pop the hood and see how it works. Okay, so where do you even begin with something like this? Well, it all starts with the blueprint. You'd never try to build a house without a plan, right? The exact same thing goes for building an automated business. So let's map out the whole structure from start to finish. When you really look at it, the whole system is basically just these 4 simple steps. It all starts with traffic capture. That's just a fancy way of saying you get people's attention, maybe through ads or social media posts. But, and this is the key, instead of just asking them to buy something, you move to step 2, the lead magnet. You offer something super valuable for free, like a quick guide or a helpful checklist, all in exchange for their email. Now you have a way to talk to them. And that's when the AI automation takes over, building a relationship for you. It's only after you've built up that trust that you finally get to step 4, the conversion, where you present your actual offer. See? It's a journey, not a pushy sales pitch. All right, so we've got the blueprint. We know the plan. But a blueprint is just paper without the tools to actually build the thing. This next part, this is the engine. We're going to look at the specific tech that puts this entire process on autopilot, turning the concept into cold, hard cash. You know, the real magic here is how simple the tool stack is. You don't need a dozen complicated pieces of software. It all comes down to just 3. First, you've got ChatGPT. Think of it as your own personal copywriter working 24/7. It writes your ads, your freebie, and every single email you're going to send. Then you have something like Systeme.io, which is your builder. It creates the simple web pages where people sign up. And finally, ActiveCampaign. Well, that's the workhorse. It takes all those emails ChatGPT wrote and sends them out automatically to your new leads. They work together like a perfect little automated team. So we have our blueprint, and we have our engine. But what's an engine without fuel? It's just a hunk of metal. The fuel for this entire system, the thing that makes it go, is the email sequence. This is what turns a curious person who signed up for a freebie into an actual paying customer. And the best part? It all happens on autopilot. This whole email sequence is really all about psychology. Just put yourself in the customer's shoes for a second. First, the welcome email lands in your inbox, and boom, you instantly get the cool thing you signed up for. That builds trust right away. Then, over the next couple of days, the value sequence kicks in, sending you more free, helpful stuff, making you think, wow, this person really knows their stuff. It's only then, once they know you and trust you, that the offer email shows up. And for anyone who's still on the fence, that final scarcity email with a deadline or a special bonus is often just the little push they need to take action. It's a totally natural flow. We've looked at the structure, we've looked at the tools, and we've looked at the strategy. So now let's pull it all together into a real action plan. This is all about taking what we've just talked about and turning it into your very own successful launch. So when you really boil it all down, it comes down to 3 core ideas that just have to work together. First, you need that simple 4-stage blueprint so you know exactly what path your customer is taking. Second, you need a few powerful tools to put that whole journey on autopilot. And third, you need that strategic email sequence to act as the fuel that actually drives the sale. When you get those 3 things to click together, the system just works. Look, seeing the theory is one thing, but the real change happens when you stop thinking and start doing. And let's be honest, the biggest hurdle for most people is just getting started. That's why having a proven template is such a game changer. It lets you skip all the guesswork and just start building right away. So there you have it. We've walked through the entire system. You've seen all the pieces and how they fit together. The potential here is absolutely huge. So the only real question left is the one you see right here. Now that you have the blueprint, what will your AI funnel build? Thanks for tuning in.